This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake it.
Wake your punk ass up. That crust out your eyes.
I'm a big fan of a lot of his movies, a lot of his work. And also, I read somewhere that he was born in the same region of the country that I was born in.
Hey.
So I knew we would be like-minded, being that I was born in Oakland. I read somewhere that you
yeah.
Like, where is this going? Liev Schreiber is here, ladies and gentlemen. Ray Donovan himself.
Thank you.
Did you spend any time in the Bay Area as a kid?
No, I was born in San Francisco, and we moved very quickly up to British Columbia, Winlaw. But I love the Bay Area. I think it's amazing. Yeah,
it's a very liberal place. You know, especially you go to San Francisco, you go to the Haight District.
Especially in 1967.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They probably was doing a lot of psychedelics back then.
Well, I wasn't. I was only a couple months old.
Okay.
I'm not going to speak to my family right now.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. Good, man. Man, this Ray Donovan series is, to me, it's a lot of television has upgraded in recent years. When you look at shows like Homeland, you look at shows like Scandal, which is extremely entertaining to me, and now shows like this, Ray Donovan. What made you choose and select to do this role?
There were a couple factors. I think the writing was a big one. I think the quality of the writing. The other thing is I got two small kids. I got a 5-year-old and a 6-year-old, and one of the things about making movies is that you're all over the place all the time. And, we were just talking about the roots and how it is for musicians when they want to try to ground themselves. I think it's the same thing for actors that I needed to find a place that would give my kids some consistency so that, they could be involved in a school and go through a year of curriculum and make some friends and be around those friends. Because, between Naomi and I, we were just, my kids have more stamps in their passports than anybody in this room, I'm sure.
Hey.
Your kids are balling.
Well, that's great. At the same time, you also you kind of you wanna put some roots down.
Yeah.
So this was an opportunity for me to work with some people that I really respected on some material that I thought was really cool, and to give my kids a chance to sit still.
John Voight was here recently.
I heard.
And, he looked at me and he pointed at me and he said, "I know you from somewhere."
Yeah.
I know you from somewhere.
Uh-oh.
And then I realized, because I remember watching him in a movie with Ice Cube and Jennifer Lopez, Anaconda. And
oh God, yeah.
and he played this crazy one of the best, should
What
have
was
been
the accent what was the accent he was doing?
I know you from somewhere.
It was like,
oh, are you talking about
it was like Al
Anaconda?
Pacino's Cuban accent.
Yeah. I know you from somewhere.
Yeah.
And I realized, man, he's not much different in person, it feels like, than some of the characters he played. Like, what is it? Is he like that?
He's a big kid. That's how I describe
Really?
John. And that's what's amazing about it. Because, his show is kind of depressing. I gotta tell you. This is a guy who just goes through some awful expletive stuff. And to have John there, he's just got this tremendous energy about him. He's always so enthusiastic. He's always so happy to be at work. He's always goofing off. And he's always just, he's loose as an actor. And he's fun. And that's really great energy for me, because sometimes Ray, spends a little too much time on the dark side.
Yeah, he's a dark character.
Yeah.
Pooch Hall's a friend of ours. Pooch, he comes by the show. He guest hosts the show all the time.
Yeah.
And I remember how happy he was when he landed the role, Heather?
Well, he was the reason we all got hooked on the show. He came by, he said, "I have this new show coming out called Ray Donovan." We were like, "Are you Ray Donovan?" He said, "No, but it's a crazy role and you guys are going to love it." And Sway and I always debate. We just had this debate this morning. What is Ray Donovan's job title?
He doesn't have one, really, because you're not supposed to know he exists. He works for these big Hollywood law firms, and he does their dirty work. I mean, there's a lot of guys like that, but mostly they're private investigators, that they hire.
Oh, okay, because they got him listed as a fixer.
Yeah, fixer. Well, that's what he is. He's a fixer. He's a fixer. That's a general sort of, but there's no official job title, fixer. I don't know.
Cleanup man.
The cleanup man.
Cleaner. Plumber.
Yeah.
But see, when I thought of that, I thought of like Pulp Fiction. The guy that came.
Exactly. I love that character. The Harvey Keitel's character.
Yeah. Is that what your character does? Like
Sometimes.
ties the dead bodies?
He does it all. He's got range, Ray. He's got range. No, yeah. That Harvey Keitel. Someone once compared Ray to the Harvey Keitel character, and I was thrilled.
Yeah, Liev Schreiber is here with us, man. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. You got opportunity to speak to this guy, man. 888-742-3345. Give us a call.
We can't just let you walk away.
Wow. That was from X-Men Origins Wolverine. And we have Sabretooth with us right now in the studio. Liev Schreiber. Can you do the growl?
I don't think I really did a growl in that movie, did I? I just made that up just now.
You just did that? Okay, all right. I thought you did a growl.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, there were many scenes where I felt like you ran on all fours.
Those were painful.
So did you actually do that?
Well, the whole thing, it was this rig that the stunt coordinators developed, which is basically I was like a marionette. I was like a puppet. And they had these track rollers in the ceiling that had wires coming down, and the wires would hold me on the top of my back and on my butt. And so what happened was that there'd be these guys who would stand in the back who were flying me. So when I leaped forward, they would pull my butt in the air, and then when my feet hit, then they'd pull my head in the air so that I could run like a big game cat.
So let me get this clear. So you had guys standing behind you pulling your butt in the air. Okay, all right, go with that.
I had a feeling that's where you were going to go. Yeah.
Were you uncomfortable?
It was extremely uncomfortable.
Okay, good.
Extremely uncomfortable. And you can imagine how, we all had to learn it. The stunt guys had to learn it. So sometimes my ass would be going up when my head should have been going up. And I was spinning around. And, it was a tremendous amount of pressure landing on your wrists, on a concrete floor. And then smacking into... not Hugh, but his stunt double at the end of that thing. I separated my shoulder. Wow. But it was so much fun, though. It was so much fun. I mean, it's like, kids playing superheroes. It was fun.
So let me get this clear. You had your ass up in your head.
That's right.
Okay, all right. Liev Schreiber. So committed to the role.
I was waiting for you to find it. I'm glad you found it. Ass up in my head. Good.
Great movie, man.
Thank you.
We got a lot of people want to ask questions. This is DB. He's our movie junkie.
Hey.
Like, what Cisco and Ebert has been to the movie industry, he is for us.
Oh, thank you. That was a great intro. Never got one before.
Don't phone me.
I wanted to go back what you said about why you took the role, and because the writing was better. And we've had a couple actors come up and also say the same thing, that a lot of big actors are going to TV, like Kevin Bacon and John Malkovich, because the writing is better. Do you think that there's ever going to be a change, or what is it going to take to change the Hollywood movies to get better?
I don't know. It feels to me a little bit like things have switched around. Like TV used to be for kids, and movies were for grown-ups, right? And now, with the popularity of like the Marvel world and the comic book thing, and superhero movies, it's almost gone the other way. Like TV now is for grown-ups, and movie is for kids. I think it has to change. It's all cyclical. It comes and it goes. But I think right now, because of the nature of how expensive films are to make, unless they can get a certain return on them, people are less inclined to invest in them. And so you find the more risky projects, the projects that are more complicated in tone, or things like Ray Donovan, or a lot of the shows that you see on premium cable. It's more affordable to do them on television. So you're finding all of those good writers, the kind of writers who take those risks, gravitating towards television, in particular the premium cable.
I also read that you were really big on education and history, and you did a movie like The Butler, but a lot of the historical pieces that have come out haven't really done so well, with the exception of a few. Do you think that people kind of just are not into historical pieces as they used to be anymore? I mean, like Mandela didn't really do that well.
Damn, that's painful.
That's I don't know. We got to work on that. You can't give up. You got to keep trying to promote what you believe in and work on things that mean something to you. And we got to. I think there's issues in our school system, and there's issues in education, and children are less and less interested. And there's so many distractions for kids now. Trying to keep my kids off the iPads and the iPhones and all of that, and getting them interested in books. I already feel books drifting away from us. It's like that used to be a source of entertainment for a child, and now it feels like a responsibility. But I think it's important for people to continue to try to make those movies. And the reality is they're in the can. I thank God that there's a Butler. Thank God that there's a Mandela, so that you can say to your kids, because you can't get them to read about it. You can say, hey, look, take a look at this. And if you like it, look at this.
Yeah, I think in America, they, after traveling the world, and I meet people who are like half my age that speak 5 languages and know more about our history than we do about ourselves, that they purposely keep us dumb. I think it's a conspiracy theory to keep the citizenship dumb, because if we're too smart, of course it's going to be a revolution, right? Of course people are going to protest what goes on in this country.
It's funny what you're saying, but I think there's more truth in it.
Right?
It's funny, but I think there's a certain level of truth in that.
Okay, man, me and Mr. Schreiber, we agree with each other. You were born in San Francisco.
The Bay Area.
I was born in Oakland.
Something in the water.
There it is, right?
Revolution in the water. That's what it was.
Yep.
I feel bad because I'm going from Mandela to sperm. But there was a scene. Listen, though, there was a scene. Sway and I debated about this in the first season where
she spits the sperm out.
This girl spits the sperm out.
That's right.
And you had someone collect it, or you collected it, and Sway said that can't happen because the sperm dies. No?
I don't think the sperm would die. I think the sperm might become contaminated with the girl's saliva, and I don't know what that would cause. But they put it on ice right away, didn't they? She
put it on ice.
She put it in a champagne bucket with ice.
It would have to be immediately, because I heard there's only a few seconds once the sperm hits oxygen that the sperm would actually kill over and just...
Where did you hear that?
I think I read it, man.
Oh, okay.
I read
Bay Area. Bay Area.
In the
See,
Bay.
somebody's still into books.
Yeah. I saw. Hey, man, I remember all the stuff I read years ago. So that's
Hold it down, Sway.
Sway reads. He just reads about sperm. That's all.
Waiting for you to find that moment.
Now I need your opinion on something, the darker side of the celebrity lifestyle, because some actresses, Jennifer Garner and Gwyneth Paltrow, they compared the paparazzi having to deal with all of that to rape, to being in a war zone. Kanye West too. And Stacey Dash, she was recently on Fox News, and she was talking in regards to Kanye. She was like, you need to go to Rikers and get raped out your ass, because that has nothing to do with paparazzi. And she feels like that's just something that celebrities got to deal with. What do you think?
I really admire the work they've been doing on trying to protect children from paparazzi, because I really think we got to do something in this country to protect children. In Europe, they're not allowed to use pictures of children's faces. I think we should have that here. But having said that, I think what everybody needs to bear in mind, and I had to learn this lesson the hard way, is that children have radar on radar. And if you get bent out of shape around the paparazzi, that's what the kids are going to pick up on. So you have to learn to control those emotions, because that anger or that anxiety or that fear, whatever you are feeling in that moment, that's what the kids receive. There's some knucklehead with a camera, a big deal. If you let yourself get bent out of shape, that's how they're going to experience that moment.
Right.
And I learned that lesson the hard way, and I think that that now it's important to me to understand the nature of what's happening. Those people are making money. We have a system that's designed so those people can make money, and you know what? Feed their families. And if you think of it like that, then you have a little more patience with it. And only because I want my children to experience my patience and not my rage.
We got Cindy here, who's a member of the paparazzi corps. Come here, Cindy. Come on. No, really, I know you're not.
My kids aren't here right now.
Hey, so, I mean, do you agree with what Liev just said? Or
100%.
Are you the type of paparazzi that'll follow him? Because he's going to go to the bathroom this morning. So, no, you're not going to follow him?
No. I'm here. I'm allowed to be here. I wouldn't take his picture if he didn't let me.
Okay, all right. That's one of the good girls, right? All right, cool.
Love Cindy.
All right, we got Aaron on the line from Los Angeles. Good morning. How you doing, Aaron?
Good morning. Thank you. I love you guys. Thanks for taking my call. But my question is for Ray. Can I call you Ray? Because
You
I
can
just
call me
really
Ray.
can't do the difference. I
course.
love your show.
Thank you.
Your show. But see, I'm at an issue. I got issues. Like your dad. I hate your dad, but
Good.
I love his fascination with twerking. Right? And I
Oh,
love
yeah.
Timmy and Mickey. They have my heart. And I'm just like, okay, you have a spot away from your family, and you have 2 girls. Like, why would you live away from your family? And, like, why is your wife even still with you? Oh, it's so many questions.
She was so affected by this.
He's pissed
I
at you.
love how into it you are. Yeah. No, Ray's messed up. There's no doubt about it. Ray's messed up, and we're hoping he comes around.
She's still going.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, we just sit quietly. I mean, we don't talk during this showtime, and then we binge watch it, and I have to not let him know I've already watched an episode. Like, it's crucial in my life, and I'm really distraught with your behavior. savior, Ray.
Well, you've made my day. Thank you so much.
All right, and then don't forget season 2 premieres this weekend, Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Showtime. Thomas is on the line from Boston. Go ahead, Thomas.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Thomas.
Hey, I just wanted to say, man, you are an incredible actor. And also, I like the fact that how you and John Voight have the Boston accent down back to the T.
Oh,
well,
thank
that's
you.
white Boston, that is.
White Boston. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Did he say white Boston? He said white Boston?
Well, Pooch does black Boston.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
but Pooch knows that because he trained with the Petronellis, so he knows Massachusetts.
Wow, Pooch.
Yeah.
Man, Pooch
Pooch
is
is deeper than he.
Pooch is
Yeah,
deep.
he doesn't tell us all this stuff.
Pooch is deep. Pooch
Thank
is
you,
deep.
Thomas.
All right. Congratulations on the season 2 premiere. Well, you're not going to tell us nothing.
Ray is more like Mickey than he wants to admit.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll see more of that in season 2.
Definitely. But the other thing is that Mickey's more like Ray than he wants to admit, and I think we're going to see some of that too.
That's so cryptic.
Yeah.
On the big screen, anything coming up that you've been working on that's in the works?
Yeah, I did this movie with Ed Zwick called Pawn Sacrifice, which is a chess movie. So it's all about Bobby Fischer and the big match against Boris Spassky, and that's coming out soon, but I'm not really sure when.
You're not sure when?
No.
You play chess?
No.
Okay, great. Liev Schreiber, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, man, honor to have you on the show,
Thank you
brother.
so much for having me.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.